Hello, my YouTube family. How are you doing? So, I'm trusting that you guys are okay and you are doing amazing in whatever things you're doing out there. So, today something has happened on the azolla pods, and I feel so bad about it. So bad, by the way. So, one of the main challenges, okay, I have faced a lot of challenges in my azolla farming journey, but I think this is by far the most painful one. Because number one, I'm losing nutrients on this pod, and the number two, I don't know how to overcome it. I am not sure how to solve this yet. So, do you see this water that is hanging here? That one. Do you see that water? It is filling the pod. You see, to the brim. Can you see over there? All the way, and it's making the azolla to, what do we call it, to flow outside the pod. Can you see what has happened? What happened at night? All the azolla is outside the pod. And these are just very short rains. Actually, what is worrying me the most is that these are very short rains. So it means if I'm going to have a lot heavier, it's going to be raining a lot heavier than this, then I'll have double trouble in my azolla pods, especially this one. So I'm having two losses in terms of, I'm losing the nutrients because I have to come and add nutrients again here, because this rainwater has diluted all the nutrients that were in the pod. Number two loss is it's so labor intensive. I have to come here now. I don't know how long it's going to keep raining. This happened after it rained at night, and I found this in the morning before going to church, and I was like, well, okay, I'm not going to forego my church. I'm going to come back and work on it later. So it's labor intensive because I have to keep doing this. So I'm imagining, what if it keeps raining like every day, every night we are having the same kind of rains, and then I have to come and remove this water from the pod every time. My goodness, that is so tiresome, don't you think? Higher. Number two, I don't have a solution for the water yet. What? Why is this happening? I don't have, okay, the most, or the thing that would work out on this portion would be me putting up a better greenhouse paper, which will cost money, of course. Or actually, that is the only solution I see over here. So I don't know how to solve that. I am not sure how I will go about it. I don't know. And it's barely a week since I put these nutrients back. It's barely a week. Farming challenges. The farming challenges that you face when you are starting, or when you are a small scale farmer. My God, there are so many. There are too many. Way too many. Guys, your girl is hurting. What should I do now? But the best thing is that I come up with a solution. Yeah, that's the best part. For now, I have to deal with these consequences though. My head is running like crazy because the issues that I had planned for my finances, I wasn't planning to come and take care of Azolla. I thought Azolla was taken care of, but it seems I'm yet to do that. So painful. It's so painful. But anyway, let me show you. Can you see that? Let me show you the pod. There's nothing in the pod. Now tell me, how am I going to solve that? Where am I going to get money immediately to source this greenhouse paper? This is so painful, you guys. I want the rains for the farm or for the vegetables in the garden, but now they're becoming a problem in the pod. I think this is one of the most painful experience I've had in azolla farming. Yeah, actually it's one of the most painful experience, because I feel like I'm stuck. I'm looking at my finances right now and I'm like, hi Mary, where am I going to get the money to buy this greenhouse paper immediately, and especially for the 2 pods? What the hell? How are you guys handling the rains? Actually, the part that is making this a total menace is one of those. It's a paper I added the other day, because the edge over there, it was getting the direct sunlight. So I thought, why don't I add another greenhouse paper so that I will solve the problem with the sunlight. Little did I know I was forming another problem with the rains. You guys. Okay, I know you're thinking, maybe Mary, you can just let the water out, but what is hurting me most is that this water is full of nutrients. If I just let it out, which will be the simplest thing to do, I am losing nutrients, and I need to replenish the pod again. I need a permanent solution, not a temporary one. So letting this water out right now will be a temporary solution. I need a permanent solution. Oh God, give me a solution, because this is so not so good. Let me show you how it's looking like. Can you see that? I'm thinking that I'm going to have this problem over and over again, and I'm like, yo, I am not ready to handle this. Wait a minute, I think I have found a solution while sitting here. Okay, in that paper, okay, maybe I should turn the camera to show you better. Let me turn it back. So this is how the water has the azolla has flowed out of the pod. But in that edge, do you see there is an allowance? Let me move closer actually. So there is an allowance between this end of the pod and this edge of the paper. And then we have our azolla here. Manze, look at this. Look at all this. So, since this is the place that the water is coming when it is overflowing, I'm thinking, how about I just lift this part? You see there is a hole here. There's a, what do we call it, wood that fell from the top, from the roof of this pod, and it hit this part of the azolla pod when this dam liner was down there, so it created this hole. So I'm thinking I'll actually use this hole to be drawing this water out anytime it overflows. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to dig a little bit of this part, let it flow from here, go downwards. Even if it's not going to help me in the garden, at least I'll have solved the labor part of it. Because guys, even if I think of maybe using this water in the garden right now, the garden has enough water, because you see it's raining, so I don't need this water in the garden. Secondly, I don't have a place to store this water at the moment, because I don't have an empty tank. The one that I have, it has a hole. It's not in good condition to hold the water. It will still go out, like it's torn, so that will not help. So what I'm thinking right now, I'll just go for a jembe, come and dig this place, allow this water to go out from this part, and then I'll be done with it. Anytime the water overflows in the pot, this will be my temporary drainage before I create a permanent solution to this problem. By what I think will work best is to buy a better greenhouse paper, that will not be allowing this water to flow inside the pod. So that's my current and very, very painful situation. Look at the pod. Can you imagine waking up to this kind of a pod? This is so painful, you guys. Can you imagine? Yeah, but those are the challenges that you face as a farmer. I know people have different kind of challenges, so these are the farmers' challenges. But everything is not so bad in the garden. Do you see this? This is a plant I'm planning to use as a cover in this pod. I know I will still have the problem with the water, but given that it is going to provide the shade for the pod, I feel like it's going to be a good solution. So this is a chayote. It's a type of vegetable, and we take its fruits. Are they fruits? Yeah, it's fruits. So let me go for a jembe and do exactly what I have told you, so that I can solve that challenge. So I don't know, will I film that process? I don't know whether I will record. I will not record that, because my phone is at 1%. So I need to charge it. My good people, how are you? So today is the second day after I found the azolla flowing outside the pod. And so what I decided to do yesterday was to use this hole, like I told you. So do you see that hole? So there's a hole there. That hole, the one I showed you yesterday, that's what I decided to use, because one, it will filter the azolla like the way you see it has filtered it right now, and allow just the water to flow out of the pod. So with that, I was able to get this water outside the pod, and now you can see that the azolla is back to its what should we call that, the way it's supposed to be. So that is how it's looking currently. The level of the water is now ideal. The only problem that now I have to replenish the nutrients again, add more manure to these sacks, and because the water that was carried out also had nutrients, so the amount of nutrients in the pod has depleted. So this is what I did. You see that hole over there where you can see those green azollas there, some of them. So I dug that trench and helped the water to go out, and then I put that soil over here so that I could have I lifted this a bit higher. Can you see the height? So it's from here all the way down, such that even if it rains again, or I'll have a heavy rainfall again, at least it will not be so problematic. I will not find the azolla outside the pod. So that hole over there is going to help to drain out the excess water, and then I have showed it or directed it to go outside the pod from that trench down there. So that is how I have temporarily solved the problem here before I think of a permanent solution that I am going to use, which is going to help to stop the dilution of the nutrients when it rains. So right now, even if it rains again, at least I have a level of safety. I know that azolla is going to be in the pod regardless. Nonetheless, I am happy that the azolla is doing so fine. Look at that, it's so green. Yeah, in the month of November, December, I really struggled with azolla turning red. Like week 1, you give it the nutrients, week 2 it's too hot, week 3 the nutrients again, week 4, like it was so hectic. So at least right now, week 1 of January 2024 is gone, and we have a good azolla. By the time, the reason that I feel this is happening, or there is a good azolla, it's because the azolla has not been here for such a long time. I've been harvesting so many times. I recently harvested 3 kilograms from here. It was not fully developed, like it had not grown to fill the pod, but at least it was still in the ideal color that it's supposed to be in. So that is what I am currently facing. Now I just have to come up with a solution for this roof. What I'm thinking is to slant this roof a little bit like that, such that when it rains, the water hits the upper part, and then the water will just drip outside the pod, and then the water in the pod will remain with its ideal nutrients for a longer period of time. So yeah, that is where we are. See you in the next video. Bye.